Alright, so we're going to talk about how I discovered Mars Volta at a Mars Volta concert. This is Michael. So remember you were living in that attic space. You had the big one, I was living in a fucking closet.
At Dollar 2.
Yeah. And one day we were all fucking tripping pretty hard on all fucking concoctions and things.
Yeah.
And literally it was just a moment. Like I just remember walking by your room. I like poked my head in just to check out the vibes. And Mars Volta playing, I think it was like Plant a Nail in the Navel Stream, where it's like 25 wives, 25 snakes pour out my eyes. He was just screaming it. And it's like, to me, that's the crescendo of all fucking Mars Volta. And that was what I heard when I walked by and made me notice it. And I didn't ask anything, I just went by. I went by, I literally didn't even say anything. He was like vibing out on his bed or something, there was nothing to fucking say.
I think it was laying on the floor.
Yeah, I was on fucking acid. I had a documentary with Karan Sethi, if you're still out there. You owe me that fucking documentary and the fucking painting that you let get stolen. And you blocked me on all your fucking shit, so fuck you. It's one of the worst fuckovers I have ever had. Can you believe that? That's buried in fucking Mars Volta concert.
That was the same time.
That's a fucking Mars Volta concert. So fuck you, Austin, and not fucking respecting your God that is the hippies and the people that worship the real God, and fuck all your churches and organizations. We're at God, and I'm about to tell the story of fucking Mars Volta. Okay? So I just walked by, and all I heard was playing like 25 whites snakes pouring out your eyes. I walked by. We have our great trips, night, whatever. Okay, a week or two later, I'm going to Bok Choy Fest. Shout out to you, J-Man, over in Austin. It was just like 200, 250 people, maybe less, of like really close friends having like a festival on the edge of a fucking RV fucking like campsite. And boy, did we fucking have a beautiful time. I dropped 2 hits of L. I'm in the back of my car, and I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna listen to? I need a fucking theme, I need a vibe. There's nothing as intense as like what I'm going through in my life. There's nothing real, but there was something real. And I called Michael, and I was like, what was that sound that I heard when I walked by your room when we were all tripping? And he already knew. Like, it wasn't like a debate about whether it was this song or that song. He was like, it was Francis the Mute by Mars Volta. And I was like, okay, thank you, Michael. I'm about to fucking fuck off. And hang up. I made this beautiful fire pit. Me and like a dozen of my best friends. Shout out to all you back in Austin that don't hit me up enough. We had this beautiful fucking like circle of cars with our trunks open to a fire, and I put a beautiful fucking log swing right next to the fire that everybody wanted, but it was my throne, and I could sit on it whenever I wanted because it was mine, and it was one of the most beautiful days of my life. And I curled up in the back of my car, put on Francis the Mute by Mars Volta, and hit like 50 fucking whippets over this whole festival. And let me tell you, so this thing fucking starts, fucking all the fucking spirits of the world come and they asking me for like salvation because they've already went to hell. Mostly like slave runners and like corrupt southern shit. I was in Texas, and literally the spirit of the buried dead would come and asking me for entrance to heaven. And I was like, no, fuck off, I don't even fucking hear you. And that was during like, you know, the chaos of their fucking album. And then the rest of the album was literally me meeting like an extraterrestrial species of grasshoppers that were like 10 feet tall, half dragons, had a fucking massive aura. They tried to scare me. I put up with their shit. They're like, oh, okay, you're a fucking tough one. So they fucking give me their power, electricity. I'm running around the festival at some points, just like, I like creep up behind somebody, and then I just put my headphones right next to them, and it's just Cedric fucking screaming Mars Volta shit. And to me, I'm on LSD. I see like fucking ghosts like coming out the fucking speaker, like fucking Black Frog. I see like demons that fucking, not even like bad, it's just like everything was just fucking so fucking deep. And spirits were leaking from person to person like little black pieces of fog. I get back to my car and I hit those fucking whippets hard. And those grasshoppers are fucking still there. They take me up to their spaceship. They fight a war because a bunch of aliens are like, no, don't, you can't. You're a human. No human has ever gone to this festival. But they're like, no, we're fucking top 10 species alien, whatever, fuck off. You can't even take us. Warp me out to the fucking desert planet in the middle of a new dimension that was just created. It's a fucking long story, actually. It's fucking deep, guys. Like, delusions are also a story. And if they're real or not, it's like, it happened in somebody's head. Okay, so I get to this fucking desert planet, I'm floating around, there's like 1,000 different species of alien that arrive there to sing this song while angels are going on over the top of the pyramid. Okay, like I'm in a dream state right now, but this is like actually happening on a video camera at a Mars Volta show of a story. And they're singing this beautiful song, and it's the center of the universe. And the spaceship that I saw a year before at Wakarusa, that was God, the Tetragrammaton, was a spaceship that held that perfect vibration of love. It came there to that festival, and I was the node. I was the only one that believed in Jesus at the whole fucking festival. And it was love for everybody. But it had a name, and like, be just the oil, like hash oil. It's all in the fucking alchemical spell of like the plants and the technology that's all illegal and corrupt and like violation of space-time treaties, because the spirits want to live through us and we live with the spirits, and it's not bad if you can make your peace with them. So make your fucking peace, because I'm at the gates of heaven. I decide who gets in and out. I know already. Okay, so that spaceship gets there at this festival. All the aliens around 3 pyramids, 1 big pyramid in the middle. I just remember the big pyramid, but it seemed like there's other pyramids out there. And a bubble gets out of the spaceship. It was God, okay? Like everybody knew it was fucking God. It was just the most concentrated energy of pure being. A being that all the other spirits had to fucking obey and bow down to. And not because of its command, but because of its being. Because they, no matter how evil or how powerful or how anything, the angels were already there. They'd never even left. It was the being of pure just being. And to me, like, you can't see what it is, but to each thing saw it as your most beautiful memories. So to me, it was like wheat fields and forests and the cliff shores of Prince Edward Island, where I was raised, and my grandparents had a farm for a while. And other things, just like a foot would come out, maybe it was like some Nike Jordans, I don't know. But it just like all beautiful vibes. It was just a bubble of beautiful vibes. It walked up to the top of the pyramid. Everybody's singing. Like everybody here had to fucking sing. And then it just said yeah. Like everybody stopped for 1 minute when it got to the top of the pyramid. It said yeah, and then it fell asleep at the top of the pyramid. That was pure being. And it all happened while I had the Mars fucking Volta shit going on my fucking shoulders. And I took like the headphones off for like 5 seconds. And then the DJ that was playing random mob shit said yeah. Like he just put it off and he said yeah, super chill. But it was all electrical in my head, and I literally heard God say yeah. And that all happened to Francis the Mute, the craziest fucking album of all time. All time. My favorite band, you ask me, in Mars Volta automatically. Okay? Not just because I'm at a Mars Volta show right now. You can ask Michael. I don't hesitate. Do I hesitate about Mars Volta being a doesn't think so? Alright. So that's the fucking crazy story, and that was like one of the most beautiful moments of my life, that when God said his name, yeah, in the middle of that song, it created life in another dimension that was brand new, and was another multiverse. That's the fact that just infinite multiverses, anything you could ever imagine, are real. In one of those dimensions, we achieved absolute perfect harmony. And that's where us beings of enlightenment from heaven live, and that's like the whole purpose of humanity, is to judge your soul. And if you know Mars Volta, you are probably closer to the truth than you really know. Because I've been in church and I didn't fucking see God like that. Except when I went to Mars Volta at a festival doing whippets to Francis the Mute. So if you haven't done whippets on LSD to Francis the Mute, I would recommend the experience. And this is all life. This is fucking real life. It's Hollywood, Los Angeles. Like I said, Mars Volta has come home to a place where many years ago a spaceship flew over here and could not be knocked down, and then just went into the ocean. And maybe that was one of the spaceships I was talking about, but you can read about it in the newspaper. I forget what it's called. Life is a fucking conspiracy. Okay?
Imagination is a magic carpet.
And there is, like, even in all that crazy imagination, we use our fucking crazy trips and that crazy power of God to write books and inspire each other with imaginative stories. This story could be real. Like, this story is about reincarnation. This story is about your soul and the absolute fate of humanity, and the fact that people know the truth, and the whole truth is just fucking, like, fucking torn apart and everything, and we are just gonna fucking destroy this whole fucking planet, and we already have. And I'm going back to heaven, where then I will create all these dimensions, and y'all like don't even know what's fucking real. So if the folks out there, if anyone wants to call me and maybe save the planet, come to a Mars Volta show, and maybe get abducted by fucking crazy aliens, so they could show you the truth of a perfect love, harmony, vibration, where we can create entire dimensions when we understand that all life is just a dream, a only degree way, like concentrated form of mass that we are all a part of. That empty space is the gravity that holds us all together. As we realized on the way here, we were having some really interesting scientific conversations. Well, Michael zoned out. And you just got here from Alaska. So this is Michael, my best friend. Don't get jealous, Lee. You're my best friend too. We can like hammer out the details later and have some competitions between all of us. My theory is that I will then get jealous of how well both of you vibe. But we all need to take it easy and fucking capitalize on just the massive imagination that there is out there. So if you are out there, if you are in pain, one of the first lyrics of the Mars Volta Francis is "Bring me this pain." So me, I have endured the pain of your soul and your ancestors and all the fucking world, and I've been to hell and satisfied even the maiden of death, who just locked me in a freezer in hell. And I listen to scream clouds, give me more of that pain. And I'm telling you that I will turn all of your pain. I can transform the fucking world. I can transform you. So can the Mars Volta. So just do some LSD and listen to Francis the Mute while you do some whippets if you need therapy. If you don't need therapy and you're already the happiest person on the planet, let me know and let's talk about it. I will take a bath and contemplate the entire universe. As some of you know, that was some of my shit. One of the best places where I find satisfaction and realization is when I take a hot bath and just reflect on life and talk to the spirit god, the sky god, some people might call it, who would be called Yah, or being, the word being, or he who is, or it, or I am, because you are a piece of that. And that's the story of Mars Volta. Do you have anything to say, Michael, about the story of Mars Volta?
It's a long story.
So it is literally the culmination of what I just told you, of that creation, of that dimension, is evidence of an actualization of an entire delusion that all of humanity has shared for a long time. And the fact that we share this fucking afterlife cosmic fucking delusion through a penetrance of all this like mass and what people call reality is that I'm so vibed out right now, I hardly even see that right now. I just see like an energy ball of my aura and everybody else's aura here, of all the leaking energy, people coming to the pilgrimage of Mars Volta. This is the pilgrimage of the violent love inside us, of the turn of our decision to fight for what we believe in and what we believe love is. And love is a feeling that controls. For love. All right. So if you're out there and you're being corrupt, or if you have like tons of money, bring it to me, because I'm fucking God compared to you, and I'm closer to God. I literally fuck God. God gave me the best fucking orgasm on my birthday, September 9th. It was that weekend. All right. We've just been getting fucking lit out here. I can't even believe I'm alive. I don't feel alive. I feel like I'm in a fucking dream, and everything is fucking perfect. And my best friend's here from Alaska, because he came here to see Mars Volta, and this shit brings people together, and everybody's here so edgy that like I'll just be saying like Mars Volta be with you, and you know I understand flushing, but
The weather's a lot nicer.
get your head out of your ass. I look fucking beautiful, and if you think I'm pandering, babe, I am the fucking answer. Alright, so check out, look at my cool shit. I chopped like 144 Buddhist monks in there to teach them about the name of being. Now I'm here to teach you about the name of being. And this is a video in reality. Like, this isn't video edited. I'm actually here. I'm a person. I have skin and shit, so I didn't have to like render it. It's like alive, but I can make like trippy movements. Did you see my Zippo? Check out my Zippo. Like, I'm a wizard. So like everything you say and everything you think becomes reality. So you can be like careful with what you say. Be like, cool. It's like a princess in rags. Because like even when you have power, like what is power? It's not just money. It's not just time. It's the ability to experience. And we're putting all the secrets of the universe in the hallways of our mind. This is a hallway that leads to a place where Mars Volta is warming up there. Somebody's warming up some equipment in there, okay? And somebody may have started, and it's probably an opener. But the vibes are fucking serious for me because I fucking saw God create the universe for Francis and you. If you haven't heard it, it's fucking amazing. We got some sick drops in there. It's advertising for Mars Volta, okay? Like the entrance is great, but then the sick drops at like La Via, but then it also sounds like something about the devil, but it's not about the devil, it's about the life. But it's like, you know, the devil in us sometimes is the thing in us just trying so fucking hard to admit what we want from the bottom of our soul. And then we fight with our fucking soul and society to take what makes us happy. And me, I've just been fucking shameless out here, having a blast. And I brought a vibe here to Mars Volta. Because I'm here to recognize Mars Volta, but if they recognize me, we could change the world. They're not God, they just provided the perfect backdrop. And I saw that shit. If you didn't see that shit, we'll try it again. I'm gonna see that shit. If you wanna come here to LA or next Desert Days, I will be there channeling fucking massive power. Alright, how do we end this? Best friend, this is like a secret video. This video will be captured by the CIA and then be taught about in like 100 years in Miss Johnson's 7th grade middle school class on the true essence of what being is. Unless drugs still aren't legalized, then they'll still be like classified or destroyed